So how I made peace with nothing ever being good enough or fast enough was by giving it my best. And I noticed on some days, as an apprentice, on some days we would be driving home, and I was feeling pretty good. And I would look back at the day, and technically wasn't particularly great performance, but I felt good, and I realized that I gave it all I had. What else could I have done? So rather than beat myself up, I just let that feeling sink in, and I felt really good and honest about it. And I thought, all right, well, I am where I am. I wish I was further along with skill. In the meantime, what I can do to feel good at the end is to ensure I've given it all I had, and for me that meant resting well so that I had good energy, I could focus, best I could, and yeah, so good rest, good food. In my case, meditation as well. And that is something we talked about too during the talk. I addressed meditation, my thoughts about it, and also we I discussed the concept of best, not giving it your best, but the concept of just the best, trying to do best, or what is best, or trying to do the best, being the best, and how it can be very isolating, and then shifting from trying to be the best to doing great work, trying to be great. That is something we can all be, whereas the best, there's only one that can be the best. It can be quite lonely. So we touched on that too, and then we touched on, so also I brought up a concept of a Hindu concept of called upaguru. It can be translated in a few different ways. Either it's everything can be your teacher, or you can be your own teacher. Guru is teacher. And so that is a concept that's really useful to embrace, especially if you don't have a physical teacher around, if you're not apprenticing to someone, or not working for someone who knows more, then tuning into upaguru, yeah, your own teacher. Everything around you, everyone around you can become your teacher. That concept is really useful in the absence of a physical teacher. And then we finished with, and there were some wonderful questions. One question I remember was something about, how how did the work help with being a parent? I have a young daughter, and yeah, I remember answering that, and that was quite wonderful. So I welcome I welcome more questions, and this is where we are with the talk this year, about further thoughts and going a little deeper on the subject. So let's get into it.